Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to our family room. We're so happy that you're here with us. Carlito, are you happy? Yes, I'm very happy that everybody's here again. Yay! I love it. I love it. Oh, I lost my straps. Yeah, okay, Carlito. Anyhow, we are so happy that you're here. It's been 2 weeks already since we saw all of you, but I'm glad that you decided to be with us. Today, we have a very special program. We are going to discuss the emotion of fear. Fear? I'm scared. Oh. Okay, that's something else. But yes, we're going to talk about fear and how many of you have ever felt fear? Me! You have? Yes, when I'm in my bag by myself and in my box by myself. Okay, Carlito, I know, but that's where you live. I know, that's where I sleep. Yes, that is exactly where you sleep. In a box. Yes, in a box. Not in a bedroom. No. And I have fear. Okay, what do you have fear of? I have fear of the dark. Oh, you don't like the dark? No. Do you like the dark? Anyhow, we're going to learn something today. So don't forget that we are here every other Tuesday together with Family Ministries here at the North American Division. And so today we're going to have Doctors Consuegra who are going to talk to us about this topic. And then after they're finished, then we're going to go with Miss Sherry and she's going to have a very special activity. So everybody get cozy, everybody get ready, gather all the family together, and we're going to go ahead and get started on today's topic of fear. Doctors Consuegra, take it away.
Pastor Jerry, so good to see you. And Carlito, he's always so enthusiastic. I don't know how much sugar you give Carlito, but he just seems to have a lot of energy. I wish I had that much energy. Have you ever been afraid? Do you have any particular fears? If you tell the truth, probably all of us have had some kind of fear at one time or another. And maybe your child also has some fears now. Maybe your child is afraid of the darkness. I mean, sometimes we feel a little uncomfortable going into a dark room or a dark building. Maybe your child is afraid of water, or maybe spiders, clowns, all kinds of fears. Well, some of those fears are very normal, very natural, and chances are your child is going to grow out of those fears anyways. But if they seem to have a very difficult time dealing with their fears, maybe we can give you some ideas how you can help them, maybe based on your own personal experience. And so that's what we want to talk about tonight, what fears or how to help your child go through their fears, work through their fears so that they feel more comfortable and eventually grow out of those fears.
So here's tip number one, moms and dads. First of all, we need to be patient. Sometimes it's easy to say things like, that's silly. You have no reason to be afraid of that. Or that's dumb. Well, moms and dads, that certainly doesn't help your child overcome their fears. We need to be patient and remember that even though it may seem silly to us, it's very real to them. So be patient and give them the time that they need to work through that fear.
The second tip that we want to give you is that just like with everything, if you lead by example, it will be easier for them to understand and make changes. For instance, you can talk to your child and say, when I was a little boy or a little girl, I was afraid of darkness too, but this is how I handled it. Or maybe you can say, hey, why don't we sit together in the bathtub and we'll fill it up with water a little at a time, but I'll sit here with you to show you that it's nothing to be afraid of. And so if you show them a little at a time, don't just throw them in the bathtub, don't just put them in a dark room and close the door. No, just a little bit at a time. And with you next to them, they will begin to gain confidence and feel more comfortable dealing with their own fears.
And the next tip we want to give you is make sure that you provide that listening ear and you answer all of the questions they may have. They're certainly not going to come to you if you're too quick to always just dismiss them and tell them they're silly. But always let your child know that they could talk to you about what they are afraid of, what they're scared of. After all, maybe they're embarrassed to tell their friends at school they're afraid of the dark, but they need someone to talk to. So make sure that you're that safe person that they can talk to and confide in and tell all their fears to.
Of course, they may have a very good reason for their fears. Maybe they got bit by a dog and that's why they're afraid of dogs. And so that's also understandable. And there are some fears that are also very much founded in reality, something traumatic that has happened to them. And so therefore you might want to consider, if it continues or if it gets worse, to take them to someone that specializes in dealing with panic attacks or fears or those things that really make us afraid. Don't just ignore it. Take the steps that we've shared with you, that we've given you. But if it gets really bad for a long time, they don't seem to be able to manage it or grow out of it, then a specially trained person might be the person that you need to take your children to.
And perhaps the best tip of all that we want to give you tonight, make sure you pray with and for your child about their fears. Let them hear you pray aloud. Dear Jesus, please bless Susie tonight. You know she's afraid of the dark. Please be with her and let her know that you are right by her side. And then claim those promises that Jesus says, I will never leave you or forsake you. I am with you always. And how he promises for his guardian angel to be right there with you and with your child. So make sure that you repeat that over and over again to your child. We also want to remind you that each evening when we have these 15-minute chats, we don't have time to go into everything we'd like to share with you. So we just have to pick and choose a few of the key points. But we want to let you know that we have prepared an outline for every talk that we've given, and they're all available free to you. You can just go to the Family Ministry website, the Children's Ministries website, or go to our Family Room Facebook page, and you can download all of these free outlines, just like tonight, where you're going to find a lot more tips than we've been able to have time to share with you. You know, right now we're going to go to Miss Sherry, and Miss Sherry has something very special for the kids tonight.
Hi, kids. Hey, moms and dads. Boy, I'm glad that you're here this evening talking about fear. I just have a question for you. I wonder, is there something that you're afraid of right now? Why don't you talk to each other about it? You know, one time when my husband and I lived close to the ocean, I mean, we were really, really, really close to the ocean. I was afraid to go out and swim in the ocean like everybody else was doing because I was afraid of the little jellyfish. Well, you know what I did? I did my research and I just researched about jellyfish and found out about the jellyfish that were swimming in that South Pacific Ocean. And it helped me with my fear. I wasn't so afraid because I had the information. Sometimes we have fears of, let me think, fears of maybe kids. Are you ever afraid that if you try something, you might fail and everybody will laugh at you? Are you afraid to run that race because somebody else might win? Well, I have something for you that will be very helpful. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Let's see, right here. If you can see it, give me a thumbs up. Great, good, excellent, excellent. One of the verses in the Bible says, I sought the Lord and he answered me. That means we can go to God with anything and talk to him about our fears. He delivered me from all my fears. He promises that. He delivers us from our fears. So is there something that you're afraid of? Let's see, take a deep breath. You know, we're told that take a deep breath. Do it with me. Well, I know something else that you can do. Let me see if I can get it on my screen. Okay, put your hands on your hips and take a deep breath. Get that pose, just like those two kids are, the Superman and the Superwoman pose. Go ahead, take a deep breath and put your hands on your hips. You have the power over your fears. Yes, you do. Take a deep breath and let me share another verse with you that tells us that we do have the power, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power. Do it with me. Take a deep breath. One of power, love, and sound judgment. That's found in 2 Timothy. You can look it up yourself. So anytime that you're afraid of something that's not going to hurt you or something that's not going to hurt someone else, then take that deep breath and put your hands on your hips and say, for God has not given me a spirit of fear, but one of power, one of love, and sound judgment. We'll see you later, kids. Bye now.
Wow, that was so awesome. Thank you very much. Carlito, did you like that? I loved it. I could do that too. Look. Oh, I see. Wow, you did. That's pretty cool, Carlito. Yes, so God is always with me, right? Yes, God is always with you. Oh, I want to see, God is always with me. I will not be afraid. Not of the dark, not of anything. I have God with me. Oh, I love it. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe you did have some puppet sugar or something. Wow, you're in a happy mood. Yes, because I know now that God is with me. I don't have to be afraid. You hear that, boys and girls? Yes, I think they all heard that. So this was a wonderful topic, and I just want to thank both the Doctors Consuegra and Sherry as well for all that wonderful information they gave us. You know, we are here on Our Family Room and on our Facebook page, so make sure that you click on the subscription button and tell others, spread the word. We're going to have some more wonderful topics for you. We're going to go ahead and bring you some good talks. Remember, this is only a 15-minute chat, so it's not going to take a long time. 15 minutes, so just sit down together, take a little break, take a little time to be able to join us as well. So make sure you continue looking at our Facebook page and continue looking and see what our next topics are going to be all about, okay? But we'll see you soon. Carlito, can you say bye? Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody.